What is up, guys? Welcome back to another awesome episode of Railroads Online. My name is EvilOne, and we got the trio back with us. We're getting the team back together. We got Dolan standing over here. Say hi, Dolan.
Whoa, hello.
We got Tidmouth standing center.
Hello.
And we got Millsy, formerly known as Captain Slow, if you're familiar with the Ramblin Railroad Season 1. He was a regular then, and he's going to be a regular now. Is that right, Millsy?
It sure is. I'm glad to be back.
Millsy is actually on the development team now for Railroads Online. Millsy, what do you do exactly?
I'm on the research team, one of the 3 researchers, and also do a little bit of playtesting, bug reporting, historical context, all that sort of stuff. So, yeah, it's been really fun.
Now, Millsy did tell me before we started recording that he is under an NDA, so we can't pump him for too much information, but we're going to try anyway. So what can he tell us is coming up?
Yes.
Don't answer that. Yes. more bug fixes, right? There's always bug fixes.
Absolutely.
Well, all right. Well, what do we want to do today?
I think we try these new cards.
Sounds excellent. So I don't actually have a whole lot of money. Let's see how much I actually have.
I'm broke.
I'm broke. I have. Oh, I went to the build menu or the purchase menu. I have $752, so we can buy some things. Oh, by the way, Tidmouth, thank you so much for making the emblem, that word. Those things are really awesome.
Thank you.
I was hoping. See, there's a way to mod into the game, and now I'm pretty sure that breaks the.
Oh, the end user license agreement?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that like breaks it. So it's kind of illegal to mod the game unless it's approved by QMA or Astragon, to be matter of fact. So I mean, because they're now the publisher, distributor. I don't know. I don't understand company things. Not my problem too. Let's just play trains. I feel like they're hinting at sugar cane as a new industry.
They being who there, Dolan?
Oh, I
Look,
don't know.
Is what I mean.
I mentioned that when I did the update, when I read it off in the last episode. It's like, either there's a new map or new industries coming, and I'm kind of hoping it's a new map.
Well, I remember Heist had talked about there was a new map in the works when he was on the team.
Yeah, but Heist doesn't know anything.
We should have like just a small railroad just for the porter.
I had considered doing that on my save.
Yeah, it's
So
possible now to complete the game with Tier 1 only.
That would be a great challenge. And what, Betsy can pull one car up at 10%?
Okay, back
Probably. But you've also got a choice of Montezuma and the Shea, as they've also both.
Because I'm waiting for passenger cars. Like, I really want a passenger car.
Yeah, that would be cool.
No comment. No comment.
Yeah.
All ahead, driver.
we used this this crossover for nothing.
Yeah, so I was slowing down because I wasn't sure whether EvilOne wanted to change the points.
I'm just checking them, making sure we're going the right direction. We are.
Are we gonna collect some logs or no?
Oh, yeah, we can collect. Well, we do have a pretty good climb. Let's try it. That's going down though.
You got like 2, 3, or 2,
One.
1.
Half
7.
Pull forward.
No, just a little,
Two
just a little bit.
cranes.
Stop.
Oh, yeah,
Pull
two
forward a
cranes.
little bit.
Stop.
Make up your mind.
That'll work.
Park in
That'll work.
reverse while going forward.
I'm guessing it'll only hold 2 bundles of cordwood.
That's it.
Well, they can't
I
weigh too
doubt
much.
it will be. Yeah, I mean, I doubt we'll. 2 cars.
It's going to be
car.
this one at the front, isn't it?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
it's the one at the front. Yeah, keep on going.
Yeah, you can probably see them.
Do the logs have to get resized to fit on this wagon? Because surely they're going to be too long,
Well,
aren't
let's
they?
find
Yeah.
out, shall we?
They do.
Yep, they get sawed down really small.
Oh yeah, it's smaller than the skeleton cars. I think an interesting feature would be to have the smaller logs. It takes 2 smaller logs to equal to 1 log.
Yeah.
I
Okay, go ahead.
think that would be an interesting feature.
Tidmouth, I think we want to back up.
Yeah.
So we've got. We should have got some stuff from the sawmill. We'll do it when we come back.
It's all right. We don't need a full train. Yeah, we can do it when we come back. If we come back, if we make it.
Where we're going, we don't need full trains.
So I guess we're putting a rail yard in here.
I think the plan was to have another roundhouse.
Roundhouse, yeah.
Are we doing just a 4 shed or like 6 shed roundhouse then?
Yeah, something like that. I'm not sure. This is the end of the line.
Very cool.
Yeah, this is all Tidmouth doing.
That was close.
Millsy, you should have seen him in the last episode we all did together. He literally landed in the dirt. I do like this. I've never seen anybody actually do this, except for Toltree. Toltree did it, and it allows you to keep on rolling through. So it's like it's really interesting.
And it obviously works to collect the cordwood, and this is all 100% Tidmouth design.
Yeah.
So
And I completely eyeballed it as well, so it's a miracle that it worked.
So if you wanted to move trial out the way, we could get these 2 cordwood we brought over actually put down onto your stockpile there.
oh yeah. Somebody want to back trial up?
Don't
I
mind
saw
if I do.
somebody running up front. We'll be able to see if the porter makes it up that ramp.
Oh yeah, that will be funny.
What is it,
That
like a
will be funny to
6%?
see.
No, I think it was only. I think it might have been 2.5.
All right, Greta, go forward.
It's a shame that the crouch actually doesn't work in like the third person view, so you can see your player crouch, but you can see them jump.
Yeah, that would be cool.
That's 2.
Someone needs every time that happens. We just need to do a compilation of it, and like we won't post it to YouTube, but we'll put it in the Discord server.
We'll
And
keep hold of the clips, and if any of them ever get added to the game, we'll just have the old footage of Millsy going, "Oh, that'd be cool."
Yay.
The X-Files theme plays underneath.
Keep coming back. Keep coming back. Keep coming back. 2 cars. Keep coming back.
Kenosha.
1 car. Darn it.
I'm putting a false Kenosha in my video, and they're gonna wonder what the heck's going on.
Is it just me, or is Trial running away from its tender?
It's just client side.
It's just the app. It's
Alright.
still there.
Trial's sitting right. I'm looking at trial right now.
The entire cordwood trade is sort of just individually splitting up for me.
Nice.
May as well, no trials back. So next industry to connect is the iron mine. So if you want, we can head up there and maybe go down.
Yeah.
And I hope you don't mind. I also put a telegraph office down here. I noticed we didn't have one.
Oh, fantastic. Perfect.
So
Nope.
if one of
You
us
guys feel
wants to
free
stay
to-
down here and build the yard for the
Dolan, you're
smelter.
the yard master. Why don't you do that? I'll go with Millsy, and we'll figure out how to get to the iron mine. Does that work?
Alright.
Turntable links are broken, so I guess I'll help Dolan.
Are we gonna have an engine run this yard like we did in the last playthrough?
Absolutely. I love that idea.
So would it be okay to have a little bit of sharp curve? Not 30-meter radius, but like maybe 40 or 50?
We've got some 40s in the logging camp. So
We'll go with 45 maybe. Kidmouth, if you want to like make the tracks closer to the ground, over at the loading side, so I can try and connect up. That'd be great. Gotta always have a yard lead track.
that sounds sensible. We don't do sensible here.
Yeah. We only do ridiculous.
I mean, we've had no accidental deaths yet, so our railroad's namesake isn't really doing
You haven't
well
seen
right
the
now?
upcoming episode?
How many deaths? Do we have a death counter? Do I need to get us a death counter?
Perhaps.
Okay. Tidmouth, I have an idea. So if they're going to, are y'all gonna try and make it down to the smelter floor with this track coming from the iron mine?
Yes.
Okay. So I was thinking, Tidmouth, if we try and make a spot for them to line up to, with like, you've got a yard lead track on one end. Cordwood unloading would be cool if we just had it as like a dead end, or have it loop back around.
Yeah, the cordwood loop is the line was what I was just looking at, because it's not tall enough to go over anything else. So we either
We could
need it
raise
to,
up, and then put,
either
like, a
raise it up
steel
or bring it back
bridge.
down.
I'd say raise it up and put a steel bridge. I want a reason to use a steel bridge, dude, so bad.
That's true. Yeah.
Admit I'm changing how the track looked leading into the other side of the smelter tracks, like Smelter Yard. I'm changing that because I did not like how I did that, because the curve coming out of that switch for the lead track looked really bad, so I fixed it.
I'm just pulling trial out the way so I can just rebuild the bridge bit a little bit.
Millsy, where are we going off the side here? We're kind of following this cut. Are we going off the side somewhere?
We are. We're going to follow this cut for a little. Probably the right of this hill. We'll follow it through there that far, and then we'll start going down from that.
Oh, okay.
There totally isn't a train barreling at me at not full speed.
It was barreling towards you with 100% brake, and it was still not slowing down.
Remember, guys, it's not okay to jump onto a moving train because you might die.
As long as it's an accident, we're covered.
Insurance will still
If
pay
it's
out.
the accidental death and dismemberment, I don't remember signing a prenup for insurance. Wait a minute. We're
You said you get
uninsured
paid.
railroad workers. Yeah,
Yeah, you're getting paid.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess.
You're not getting paid.
Well, I mean, YouTube's paying me to make a video about it. So, Tidmouth, I had a revelation earlier. You remember when the Train Simulator Thomas model started releasing?
With Train Simulator.
Well, it was for Railworks. I think it was like 2017 or something like that. First got my hands on a copy of Train Simulator 2012. In Train Simulator 2012, you got a free copy from Steam to update it to the most recent version. So I updated it to 17, and I started using Railworks 3. I was learning about the Thomas models that were in that version of the game. I was looking at your channel earlier, and your Thomas video that you did, that video had the red line under it showing that I had watched it. And I was like, wait a minute, that's a Tidmouth video I've watched all those years ago.
Yeah. I'm very glad that's finally been surpassed as my most viewed video. That was just like the thorn in my side for so long.
Tidmouth, that means I've been watching your channel, and I've known that you've existed for the last, it's 2023 now? For the last 6 years I've known about your channel.
Yeah, well, I've been around a while. My channel's over 10 years old at this point.
And then I just need to make this track straight.
Just need to be mostly straight. That's the motto of the AD&D.
It is mostly straight. What was the other ones like? Maybe it's fine.
Yeah.
I doubt it's fine, guys, but we'll work on it.
Does this look high enough to get a train underneath? Also, don't know if this is where you wanted it, but
There we go.
So currently, I'm gonna bring 3 yard tracks that I've got over by this, and we're gonna bring it under the bridge. I think this will work. And then what we'll do is we'll bring that edge of the bridge and we'll bring it down and around, and we'll run these tracks to that track.
sounds like a plan.
Being attacked by trees.
Sorry.
Attacked by trees. It sounds like it's a crap Doctor Who episode.
It does.
I don't think it's going to be able to curve around enough to get to the idle platform.
Oh, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring the iron ore platform, and we're gonna try and curve these going towards that way. I've got it's a weird idea, but since this is gonna be a main hub industry, I want to try and make it look good. You know what would be hilarious? If we played like a survival game together.
That could be interesting.
They could do Minecraft create mod, and we still have like the trains and like the industry type stuff.
Dad, I was thinking a pretty cool thing we could try could be you all ever play 7 Days to Die?
I do have that. I've never actually played it though. So the upper line on the bridge here, you want that curving to the left, right? Doesn't sound like evil one did. Left question comma right question mark.
Well, technically, would it be the right? Like,
Well, I wasn't sure which way you were intending to go.
we're gonna
They usually
connect
wanted
it
this to
down
curve
to
to
the
the
main
left.
line,
We're going to the right, left.
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Y'all might like the look of this. I think this looks pretty cool.
Everyone must be
So,
busy, focused.
Oh yes.
oh yeah. So, are we putting a coaling tower down here somewhere?
Absolutely. Like as you said, the smelter is kind of going to be like a rail yard area, have a main hub area, so it makes sense to have one there, right?
Yeah. Tidmouth, how much taller do you think we would need to put that bridge? Because I know it just seems to barely.
The
the
top of the whistle
clips
is just
into
like touching the bridge. I mean,
we'll have
the
to make
grade
it
up,
taller.
I think, was I only did 2%, so I can put it up more than that.
I'd say, yeah, do a 3 and then see where that puts you at.
There we go. That's much better. It's good 6 inches of clearance now.
Good old 6-inch clearance trick.
How in the world are you supposed to tell 6 inches?
Don't
I'm
leave
not
it.
answering that.
Leave it.
Oh, I know exactly what you were thinking. That's inappropriate.
Half the length of a ruler. What's wrong with that?
Exactly.
Right, 6-inch ruler. Haven't you? I don't know what you were thinking.
Okay, don't gaslight me. Hey, Tidmouth, can you come over to this coaling tower real quick?
Yeah.
So I have to ask, Millsy, what's the weather like in Australia?
It's winter at the moment. It has been very cold and rainy, but today's actually a sunny day. Still cool. The top was 18 degrees Celsius today. Yeah.
Meanwhile, in Britain, it's warm and rainy.
In the eastern side of the United States, we were covered in smog from the Canadian wildfires.
Yep.
It was really bad. Did that look centered to you above the track?
Where I'm at, it is extremely hot and dry. It's about 93 today Fahrenheit.
Wow.
It got up to 80 something here today this week. or today. Yesterday it was like 90 degrees, and I was like, bro. Yeah, that's
Yeah, I think
close
so.
enough. Okay.
Another motto there. Close enough.
Close enough.
This switch you've put off the 3 tracks next to the bridge, Dolan, was that where you wanted the cordwood track to connect into? Or was it something else?
We can try and loop it around and converge it there. Or I was thinking I was gonna do like kind of a Y kind of thing. I was gonna run a track around the water tower, but then I decided against it. I think I'm actually gonna get rid of the switch.
Yeah. I mean, if you give me a switch or just a rough idea of where to take this track, then I'll do it.
Well, I'm trying to figure that out. Because I know we need to connect this track, the unloading track for the coal at the coal tower. We need to take that and we need to connect it over to that because this will be our main line. Or I'd like to not. I know our unloading track is here. I think I'm thinking of what I want to do here.
I have a potentially crazy suggestion. What if we keep this cordwood bridge at the height it is, loop it round, and just keep like loop it in at this height on like the hill down?
Well, that's not too bad of an idea.
If I get a stone wall in, come on.
Is Titmonth having some trouble over there?
I saw the. Ah, there we go. I saw the link for like a split second. And if I embed myself in it, I should be able to jump to the top. Yeah. Much cheating.
So guys, I've got a spot for y'all to match up the main line. I'm making a crossover at the moment.
Okay, we'll probably change it when we get there. Just letting you know.
All that
Yeah,
work
I
you're going
know.
to do, we're going to throw it out.
Yeah.
Or it'll get changed in another video.
The only reason I had to fix
well,
your stuff on the last one, Dolan, was because people actually complained in the comments section.
seriously?
Yeah.
Wow, that just makes me feel real nice inside.
There was somebody who's like, you missed it. There was a switch inside the loading dock at the freight depot. And I was like, there is?
Well,
enough.
I purposely did that because it looked cool.
Well, speaking of the comments, I wasn't going to bring this up, but I noticed in the comments on your last video there was a lot of people sort of saying how much they like our chemistry.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that too.
Hey, Tidmouth,
Yes.
did you see the switch over at the crossover that I had made?
No, I was doing my own thing. Let me come and have a look.
Let me. I'll just change it because I'd put the switch off to on going off to the right here so you could connect it up into the bridge. But I do like what you're doing. So
Yeah, I was thinking of linking it in
I'll
on
change
the line coming down from the sawmill. Or the logging. I keep calling it the sawmill. It's the logging. I think I said this in one of the other videos. I keep like getting all the industry names wrong.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Caution, track may suddenly disappear without notice.
Oh, everyone's used to that. Ah. So I've gone from one problem to another. But the radius too wide, I was going to hit the hill. But the radius too narrow, I'm going to hit the coal tower.
Oh no.
Hmm.
So are you looping it around, Tidmouth?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, to figure
Hey,
out
at least
some
we
way
have
to
a
switch it.
better, at least we have a better shot at or a better look at into loading the coal now because of the bridge. Let's just hope we don't get hit by a locomotive.
Purely by accident, of course.
Oh yeah. You know, that's why we have trial, and our next engine is going to be error.
Error. Yep.
Oh, great. I love it.
So, have we decided what our next locomotive is going to be?
Nope. Haven't got
We're
that
not going to be
far
able to afford it for a while.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember. Is there a Yeah, we never made a way for us to turn around a locomotive. If we want to turn around trial,
It'll be a
we'll have to
trial.
use the turntable. Yeah. I figured. I think. Yes, possibly.
Ooh.
Okay.
What's the switch for?
Just in case.
Fantastic.
You never,
Like
you
it.
never know. You might need a switch.
I do really like this layout we've done at the smelter. It gives me
Right on.
a real industrial feel.
Good. That's a big angle change.
It is.
Wow.
Have fun snaking your way through that.
Yeah. We're gonna have to go slow.
Yeah, what's a good route without a bit of risk, you know?
And let me get these
Yet
trees for
another
you.
company motto there.
Yeah. What's running a railroad without a bit of risk?
Oh, I've
Um,
locomotives 3 and 4. We could call them risk and reward.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
I wish accidental death and dismemberment would fit on the tenders of the engines. It'd be so cool.
I'd say the Class 70 tender might fit it.
It'd probably fit on the
You
caboose as
can
well.
apparently you can do like the little carrots or whatever, or BR, and that'll put a different down onto a different line or something like that.
He is
tried-
correct. You can do that. I don't know if it works on I think it does work on tenders. Because I've seen what's his name? Stir, I guess is what his name is. He did that.
It caused quite a stir when he did it.
Oh no.
I should have never said anything. Guys, we've got a big issue.
And that is?
That we have lots. You got to be way more specific.
He's out of water.
Oh, well,
yeah,
place a
water
water
tower
tower
down.
What I have to do now is I actually have to take trial and push Betsy to the water tower because Betsy ran out of water. I can guarantee you trial's gonna hit Betsy and completely derail her.
Oh,
I mean, that's kind of like driver issue, really.
It does sound like a skill issue.
Too bad it's character development. I don't make the rules.
I just break
You were
them.
literally claiming to be the company owner at the start of this video. What do you
That's
mean you don't
right,
make the
you
rules?
Yeah, the FRA makes those. I just listen to them and don't follow them.
I did myth.
Hey, I was kind of dumb about what I was doing, so I came to be nosy.
Oh no. Oh.
But you can kind of see just over the tops of the trees what I've been working on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it looks interesting down there. I'm excited to go down there and see it. We're almost there.
Yes. It is taking longer than expected.
That's it. That would have taken me. I'd still be halfway down that slope.
Alright.
Oh, I like that. You got the bridge in front of the waterfall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
This really wiggly track.
that's the one.
Millsy is not known for his straight track.
It's like those old like wooden railway track pieces where you can sort of like twist it around a bit because they're sort of like loose pieces that are connected to each other.
That's it. It's Twister Track.
What's the track?
So half of the Porter-sized cars have been derailed.
Oh no.
What a shame.
You'll have to tell the AD&D director about that one.
Right. Call HR.
I'm not talking to myself. I'm not making myself look like an idiot.
Hello, AD&D customer support. How can I help you?
That was great.
We have fun here.
That's rule one. Have fun.
It is, well, rule 3.
I have a question, Dolan. The firewood depot that you put in the shed over here. How are you intending to refill it?
We're not. We run out, we run out.
Aha.
That's realistic.
Yeah. There's still a lot
Where
of
were-
descending we got to do.
Yeah, where were you wanting to come down at?
I was probably going to either go through the little valley on the right to drop down a little further, or we can also go right around the other side and in that way.
Okay. Where are you guys, Dolan and Tidmouth, wanting us to hook into?
Well, I think Dolan was intending, like, far side, like on the other side of the coaling tower from here.
Oh, way over there?
Yeah.
I've got an idea. A rough idea of what I want to do there.
Here we go.
Tidmouth, I said if we run out, we run out.
Well,
Take.
that's your opinion.
I mean, we did have a whole bunch of unused space, so I can see why you did that.
Yeah, I put a buffer thought. We could just have it go all the way, like right the way through and hook it on the other side somewhere, but I figure we're not going to use it that often anyway, because it takes ages for
No.
those things to run out of firewood. So.
So, do you guys think we could do 25 miles an hour up this hill, if possible?
No. No. 5, maybe? They'll be fine. Maybe.
We haven't tested the train going up the valley we did in the last episode.
Nope.
I've got to come back now and delete all that track.
You're gonna delete all this track?
Yeah, it's going to go all the way back up to the old mine and start again.
That's right, yeah.
Right?
You've got the time for that, right?
Right. Get it done.
So, what am I supposed to do here? Because this is too close to. You'll have to go under. Oh, lordy,
Underground?
I
Okay,
got it.
thank you.
Tunnel.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I see what you did over here. Yeah,
So
you lost.
it means I have to snake it around a bit, that's fine.
Shame we're not playing Satisfactory where you can just plough the train through the terrain. Just...
Yes. I feel like the switch has to be the other way.
We have the same idea.
Hey, Tidmouth, when you get the opportunity, you should teleport up to the coal mine.
You mean the iron ore mine?
Yes, that one. That's what I meant.
Oh, okay, yep.
What's
the
happening up there?
the
You'll
place
have
to
to
put a
experience
telegraph
it.
office? Yep.
That's a great place for the telegraph office. I say as I almost fall down the side of the mountain. So what I'm thinking is we have two railroads,
And they'll be online.
and this is the hub point. You've got the one that serves the coal mine and the iron mine, and then you've got the one that serves the lower industries and the logging camp and the sawmill.
Well, you could say lore-wise is it was originally two railways, but they've been amalgamated into the AD&D.
Yes. And the transfer point is the smelter.
It's gonna take me a while to figure all this out as far as what track is what.
Oh, this
Where
is
it
cool
goes.
looking.
So the cordwood line is an entire loop.
Okay.
And then originally, I was hoping we would have had the lines that I had made, the 3-track line that converges into 2 at some point, be what hooks up to this line going up to the iron mine.
It could be. I mean, if I start at 3, I could probably make it down here in time. So maybe another episode I can adjust it, but we'll see.
Millsy, I got a question for you.
Yes.
With these steel trestle bridges,
Yep.
the rail that's in the middle, that it almost looks like it's a dual gauge kind of thing, but
Mhm.
it'd be very narrow for a dual gauge.
Yes.
What is that?
So the rails in the middle are called check rails, and if a train was to derail on this bridge, those rails prevent it from going off the bridge, or help prevent, depending on how
Oh.
fast it's going.
And
If you
those
Interesting.
think if
are those
if
are still on modern bridges, or do
They
have
certainly are.
most?
Wow.
Yep, they certainly are on modern bridges. So if you think one wheel set, one side of the wheel set jumps off the rails, the other side will be caught by the extra rail.
Okay, we're missing somebody.
Oh, that's me. Sorry, I'm roundhosing. The turntable linking suddenly started working, so I started working on that.
Oh,
Do that next time. I'm heading over.
okay. Well, thank you guys very much for checking out this video. Thank you guys to Dolan, Tidmouth, and Millsy for your excellent professional work today. It was quite fun, quite the experience. I didn't do a whole lot. I just kind of logged, but it was a good lesson in watching a master work. You know, a developer actually that's made the line several times, make that line all the way from the coal mine or the iron ore mine all the way down here. And Dolan and Tidmouth, excellent work here. This place is badass. So I'm excited to actually start using it and drive some trains and that sort of thing. So, well, as a kind of a tradition, right at the closing, I like to put people on the spot. So Dolan, you're gonna go first. Got any parting words of wisdom?
It was really fun to make this rail yard. I have actually never done anything like this.
Well, thank you for your hard work and your vision in making it happen. Tidmouth.
No, not here.
Hiding behind the crane.
Any parting words of wisdom, Tidmouth?
Well, I mean, if people want to see the building of the yards, they can check out my video and Dolan's videos, because I'm not going to be sending either one my footage this time. So
Yeah, it'd be a really big file to send. So, yeah. Well, thank you again, and check out Tidmouth's and Dolan's videos. I'll have them linked in the description below. And that brings us to Millsy. Millsy, do you have any parting words of wisdom for us?
Yeah, thank you very much for having me back. It's been great to see you return to this game and make a series out of it again. It's always a pleasure to watch and be involved again. I did make that line a little sky bridgey, but I challenged myself to do it 2%, and that may be a little bit more than I was capable of. But no, I think it'll have its own unique charm to it, and we can always change it later. So yeah, a good day's track building.
It was for sure. Thank you again so much for your insights too into the development of this game and sharing with us, your knowledge and everything. That's awesome. So I look forward to working with you a lot in the future as well. So, all right, with that, I wish you all a very good day, and we'll talk to you later. Bye for now.
Bye.
Guys, I have a list of concerns.
You should. You should be afraid. Be very afraid.
You can send those concerns to the AD&D complaints department. Just write them down and find the nearest bin.